Greetings from the Falklands. My name's Ravi, and earlier on today I went on a little adventure. I walked from Stanley to Yorke Bay. It's about an 8-mile round trip hike, and went to go see the penguins en route and talk about the wildlife, a little bit about the history and what's on the way. But me being me, it didn't turn out like that, so check it out and cheers. We're here in Stanley and we're going to go on a little adventure today. We're going to go see the penguins out on Yorke Bay. It's probably about an 8-mile hike there and back again, so let's try it out. And it's actually one of the first things I did when I came on the island, and sadly today's actually my last day on the island, so it'll be a shame not to see the penguins because I'm not sure if I'm going to ever come back here. And I actually came here as a working radiographer, had a great experience. I will talk about that as we go along. But here, over here, we've got the memorial for those British forces and supported units that liberated the island from the Argentinians. I actually came here on Liberation Day, and it was quite an experience. Lots of military personnel out, lots of locals out, everyone mixing. Real big celebration and remembering those that lost their lives for the independence of this island. And what's also unique about this island compared to the rest of the UK, and let me show you actually when the traffic calms down. So being from the UK, we have our favourite politicians, and we don't have our favourite politicians, but over here in the Falklands they love Margaret Thatcher massively, and there's a little bust of her over here. And you can understand why she's liked so much on this island, because when the Argentinians came, she doesn't hesitate. Within 3 days she sent a task force out to liberate the islands from the Argentinians, so she's very much loved here. We also got Thatcher Drive over there. Not sure if you can see, I've got the sun in my eyes quite a bit actually, it's quite a bright day. So yeah, I came out here to work, and it's definitely a unique experience. And I've worked in quite a few places around the UK, but the Falklands, I've never been on a working holiday adventure before. Now, I quite enjoyed living in Stanley. It is actually a city, and you only recently got city status on Liberation Day, which I got to experience, which was quite cool actually. And it's just quite a small city. There's only a population of over 2,000 people here, and everybody seems to know everyone. So when you're walking down the street and you bump into a stranger, it's normal for them to say hello to you, and you wouldn't get that in London, would you? What's unique about the island, what I find really interesting and unique about the island, is that there's limited internet. There's one ATM that's not even located in the bank, and they got their own currency. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, here's the local newspaper. So that's Penguin News. You know, it's quite important that you buy it and see what's going on the island. Coming up to Town Hall shortly. Oh, hello. Hello. Big dog over there. Oh God. let's walk a bit quicker. So yeah, I've been here about a month working as a radiographer at the time. And if you're from a medical background, if you do radiography, nursing, if you're an ODP, I highly recommend you checking out Templars agency and looking what roles they have here. Because basically this is a working holiday, and you know, if you enjoy the wildlife, the outdoors, or you just love adventure and travel, definitely give them a shout and see what opportunities are available. And yep, just coming up to the Islands Early Post Office. It's quite cool actually. Since I've been on the island, I've been sending postcards to my family, and it's not something that I normally do. I do need to send a couple out tonight before it closes actually, just to say, just let people know where I am and what I've been up to. So yeah. And what I also liked about the island, it is a really small population, like I stated, but there's probably about over 40 to 50 different nationalities here. And for someone like me, I actually felt really fit in and welcomed here. And like I said, everyone's really kind. Car just let me pass the road there. You know, you can't, in a small population like this, you know, you have to be friendly, you have to be nice, because you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and there's, you know, things may go wrong and you need a supportive community to help one another out. So what I find quite unique about this island is there's a little bit of history dotted around everywhere. Let's go take a look over here. I believe, let's take a look what this is actually before I say the wrong thing and look silly on the camera. So this is the mast from the mizzen, the Great Britain mizzen mast. And yeah, so basically it came to Stanley, got damaged in the storm, and it spent 8 years here. And this is a little reminder of the mast that will probably fell off during the storm. Pretty cool, don't you think? Alright, let's cross this very busy road. So yeah, it's quite an experience to come to the Falkland Islands. Actually, I took the air bridge over. So I went from Breeze Norton, which is the largest Royal Air Force base in the UK, and you fly over to not Ascension Island. You fly over to St Helena's, I believe, refuel, and then you drop off to Mount Pleasant, which is also a military base in the Falklands, and it's an hour car journey to Stanley from there. It's quite an experience actually, going to a military Air Force base and boarding a plane with also military personnel but also civilians. It's quite a unique experience, and yeah, I definitely recommend it if you get the opportunity, if you want to go to if you want to visit Falkland as a tourist or come out here to work. No, definitely take a look at it. It's quite an experience, and it's quite a fun adventure actually. Picked a nice sunny day to go on this little adventure. A bit windy. Some whale bones over there. Oh, what a beautiful day today. Oh, let's go check this out. I believe we've got might have a sea lion here. Did you hear that? Is there a sea lion over there? Where about is it?
Maybe you can just go that way and just film it, because I don't know, maybe there are a few, so that's why he's trying to fight. Because
Oh wow, let's go check this out.
he wants to fight.
So this is actually the first sea lion I've actually seen on the island. Let's check it out. So yeah, my first sea lion that I've seen on the island. Well, apparently I did see some yesterday, but well, the other people on the tour group saw it, but we'll get into that a bit later on. Bye Mr. Sea Lion, or it could be Mrs. Sea Lion, you know, shouldn't make assumptions actually. So yeah, let's go find some penguins. I hope the weather stays like this until we reach Yorke Bay, because as we continue with this little hike, you'll see there's not much around. So I generally don't want to get caught in the rain. Haven't packed warm enough today, so yeah. So we're coming over on the jetty, and it's pretty cool actually. You can actually do whale watching tours, and I chose to do one yesterday, and never realised this before, but I actually get seasick, like really bad seasick. I spent most of the time, you know, hanging over the edge of the rails, vomiting loads, and they're sitting inside the cabin hugging a bin. So I don't think I'll be going whale watching anytime soon. I'll just save watching it on the documentary channel. So yeah. So even in my small amount of time here, just over a month, people get to recognise you, people get to know you, and you're always waving at people walking by. Got the local gin distillery here. Got the Globe up here. Everyone ends up on a Friday, Saturday night to party. And my favourite pub just behind is the Victory Bar actually. And really got to know the landlord and landlady there, Alan Caffey. They're really good hosts and they take care of you, and just a genuine nice married couple that love the service, love the community, and always ready to have a beer with you as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to miss those guys. We'll probably try and pop in there after we do our penguin adventure. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Oh, good, yourself?
Not bad, what's happening?
Say hello to the camera, Christian.
Hello, camera, how are you?
So, this is the thing about Stanley, you get to know everyone and they stop and have a little chat to you.
Give me a vlog?
Yeah, I'm going to pop you on YouTube, hopefully. Yeah. I can't do that. You on your lunch break?
No, we're just going down to Tussock House.
Which house?
Tussock House, the other project.
How far is that to Yorke Bay?
Where do you want to go?
Are you going to go past it? Are you going to get anywhere to...
I can take you if you want.
Yeah, take me close to the Lady Liz actually. That was really nice of Christian. He was heading to another site, so he just gave me a lift midway. So that's probably like taking off some journey time. So yeah, let's head toward those penguins. And still a bit of a long walk. Could have asked him to drop me all the way, but you can't really do that in a company car, can you? But yeah, bless him, he's such a nice guy. Now, I'll tell you how nice the community, both the locals and the contractors that come here. I actually met Christian and another contractor, Paul, and there's only one ATM machine on the island, which is not even located in town, it's located a bit further out. And the bar that I drink in, the Victory Bar, where Cafe now run the place, they only take cash only. So I had no money, and the two lovely gentlemen, Christian, who dropped me off, and there was another contractor out, Paul. They basically bought me beers all night, you know, and it just shows you how welcoming not only the locals, but the contractors, the healthcare workers that come to live on this island and work here. It is very caring, and it's a very friendly community, and it's very diverse as well, and I felt very welcome here actually, and it is something I'm going to miss quite a bit, but I'm looking forward to going back to the Netherlands, seeing my cat, seeing my partner, having a few beers there with the locals as well. But Falklands, such an amazing experience, and like I said, if you're a medical professional, definitely give Templars a look. What an experience. It's not every day you fly out from a Royal Air Force base on a military Voyager plane and go to work on one of the most remote islands in the world. It is a genuine unique experience. Now, I'm not sure if I take a left or go straight, but I think the Lady Liz is straight ahead, but I'm not sure if the road down there head towards her, so let's keep going straight and see what happens. Well, let's go down here and not get lost. You know, you wouldn't think that I've travelled over 49 countries and a recognised state, and you know, got a train from Moscow to Beijing, no tour guides involved, been to unrecognised states like Transnistria. even been to North Korea. And, but you know, I do get lost quite a bit when I go on these little adventures, and that's what makes an adventure, because you get lost and you find something new or different, or you just give up and have a beer. So yeah, I don't know if this is the right way, but let's go check it out anyway. Either way, we're going to see penguins today. We have to see penguins today. It's my last day. We saw a sea lion. First time I saw a sea lion, actually. And yeah, let's find those penguins. What I love about the Falklands is when you leave Stanley, it's this pure openness of nature. And there's so much wildlife you'll see. Like, we even saw somewhere down in the city where we saw a sea lion. So that's pretty cool how close they get. And if you like birds, really cool place to go come bird watching is the Falklands. And yeah, it's just the openness and the barren land which I love about this place. And on top of the friendliness, diversity, and there's happy people here. So yeah, and as I was stating, the gentleman that picked me up, you don't have to be a medical professional to come here. You can be in a trade such as plumbing. You can be a electrician, a builder, and if you inquire about these jobs to maybe even Templars agency, I know they look after these guys quite well. And if you fancy a change or a unique working experience, you know, the hourly rate's good. It's free accommodation. You know, the cost of living, food-wise, shopping, is slightly more than the UK, and that's because the journey it takes to come over here on the boats. So some stuff has to be compensated, but beer and alcohol is really, really, really cheap, and so yeah, you have to make it. So you have to treat yourself on the weekends. Otherwise you usually find yourself in a bar every night. But just because everyone's friendly and it's so cheap. But yeah, it's good fun over here. A bit windy. I'm a bit cold, but have to see those little penguins before I go. Maybe have a beer with one or two penguins. Let's see if you see them. So yeah. Oh, I can see Lady Liz over there. So we are going in the right direction, considering we turned back from the other route that I've taken. So yeah, let's go. I'm gonna have to walk through all this mud to get across the bridge, to go past Lady Liz, then head towards Yorke Bay to finally see those penguins. But like every trip I do, always packed in correctly. Like, look, I'm wearing white Converse, trekking through the mud now, and you know, I'm seriously questioning it. Is it worth seeing those penguins? But yeah, let's go. You know, it's my fault for not packing correctly, but you know, it seems to be a theme with me anyway. Oh god, it's cold. So we're just gonna cross across the bridge now. Let me show you what we're crossing. So I don't know if you can hear me, but that's the Lady Liz, built in UK, Sunderland. She was coming back from Vancouver and suffered a storm, suffered some damages in a storm, and she ended up in Stanley. And there's more winds later on, many years later, that blew her out to this position. So she's located here in Whalebone Cove. That's what the sign says. We're not too far from the penguins now. I think it's straight. I'm hoping it's straight because that's the direction I'm headed for, so yeah, let's find out. It's so windy. How cool is that? Falkland horses. Right, let's go find those penguins. Only got a couple of hours sunlight left. Don't want to get stranded out here. Bye horses. Bye. So we're just heading towards Yorke Bay now. I'm just going to cut through the sand dunes and hopefully we'll see some penguins. It's quite sad really actually. During the Argentinian occupation of the island, Yorke Bay is one of 3 bays where the Argentinians heavily mined and put devices, landmines in the ground to stop the British advancing. And it's only recently, the last couple of years ago, that the island has been declared mine-free. But I'm aware every so often a couple of mines do wash up from the sea. But what's unique about having these mines here for such a long time and preventing human access is that it created a sanctuary for wildlife. So I don't know if that improved the penguin population, but it seemed to be here every time I visited. So yeah, I'm not sure I should be walking through that. There's some quicksand here. So yeah, let's go check it out. You actually need to see this. It's actually really beautiful. First bit of quicksand. I don't think it's safe here, so I'm gonna have to walk gently back to find those little penguins. So I can't move anywhere because everywhere I move I sink into the ground. You can see where I've attempted to walk. Called a friend for help, so looks like we're banning the penguins today. So there's a plane looking for me and a fire brigade here to come save me from the quicksand. My life is so embarrassing. So these are the guys that came out and rescued me from the quicksand, and my colleagues came to laugh at me as well, so yeah. Got to go speak to the police now. Hey there, I'm still in the Falklands, so basically my flight to Bryce Norton got cancelled because the runway's melted in the UK because it's so hot over there. And considering yesterday's embarrassing event where I got stuck in the quicksand and had to call the emergency service, well, one of my friends on the island, Eleanor, one of the engineers, managed to call them for me because my Falklands phone ran out of battery and I only had my UK phone on me. So luckily I managed to get in contact with her. She called the emergency services. They sent out a search and rescue plane. So this plane located me, hovered around me for a set period of time. Oh, hello. And then and that located my position, and that's when the fire service and police came to get me out. I didn't want to film too much of it because they're actually working, and it was quite embarrassing in my half because when I did ask them how often they get called out for incidents like this, they just laughed and said never. So but thanks to those guys, I made it out. It was quite scary as well because I went in quite deep, and everywhere I tried to move, I kept getting caught by the quicksand, and I lost my bearings at this point. And my tracks, every time I stick my foot in it, your tracks sort of disappear in due time. So it was quite scary. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to film it too much. Not only because it was quite scary, but it was quite embarrassing as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna attempt it again. But this time the lovely anaesthetist and his wife are gonna take me, so I don't do anything. I don't do anything too stupid. So let's go see the penguins. Taking a safer route, so I won't get caught in the quicksand this time. And I've got Peter and his wife Colette with me, so they know the route as well. God, it's windy, but it's beautiful out here. Take a look. So a few things I'm going to miss in the Falklands. Definitely the wildlife and nature and open barrenness of the island. Community and kindness, and the diversity, and definitely the clinical environment, because it is a unique clinical environment, and we all have to work together because it's such a small, close-knit team. It makes it really special, and you know, having oh god, it's really windy. It just makes it very different from other places that I've worked. But definitely think about it if you want to go on a medical working adventure, or if you've got a particular set of trade like plumbing, engineering. Definitely give Templars a shout, and you know, you can be across the world and living on this amazing island. But as promised, there's some penguins. Cheers guys, funny how things worked out. Still managed to see the penguins on my last day and have a beer with them. Cheers guys.